Andy Puzder is with us. America First policies. I'll repeat that. Fake news can have serious economic consequences.
Yeah, and it's probably intended to. I think that the left-leaning media and the Democrats would do anything they could to cover up the tremendous economic surge we're experiencing under President Trump. Anything they could. And the stock market, I think, is one of the more obvious signs that the economy is doing incredibly well.
I'm just astonished at how little reporting this exploding market and this growing economy gets in the mainstream media. It's just not there.
It's just not there. And I can't wait to see what happens when fourth quarter GDP is released and it comes out between 3.5% and 4%.
You think it will?
Oh, yeah.
That's a very strong number.
The New York Fed says 3.9%. That's not exactly a bunch of conservative economists. I mean, they're saying 3.9. So I don't think it's even a big risk to see 3.5 to 4.
Oh, I'm dying to see. If that comes in at 3.9, 4%, I got to see what they say.
Be wonderful.
How about this one? President Trump is going to play defense to some degree in Pennsylvania today ahead of the special election to replace former GOP Rep. Tim Murphy. He resigned in a scandal last October. He's working to get more Republicans in power. He is campaigning today, isn't he?
He really is, although they're not setting it up that way. They're setting it up that he's going to be talking about the benefits of the tax bill.
Yeah.
And the...
well, that's campaigning, really, isn't it?
Yeah, Saccone will be there, though. The guy that's running for the congressional seat will be there. I don't know if he'll be mentioned. You never know with President Trump. He could endorse him, give him a big hug, or he could not mention him at all. But he needs to get out there more and let people know the benefits of this tax bill. And so do employers. Employers need, they gave their employees raises. Their employees are going to keep a bigger percentage, not only of their raises, but of their prior checks if they didn't get raises. Employers need to let their employees know that this is because of the tax cuts, because they've been told that they wouldn't get any benefit. Some of these employees, the employees that got raises and will get a tax cut, benefited from the business tax cut and the individual tax cut. And they've been told they wouldn't benefit from either by the Democrats and the press. Employers need to tell them, and the president needs to tell them.
You think it's not being sold aggressively enough yet?
I think it's not being sold aggressively enough yet. And really, there's no risk. Paychecks are going up. The average worker that makes $50,000 is going to get about $100 more a month. If you have kids, you're going to get more than that. That can pay for your gas for a year, pay your cell phone bill. It can reduce your utility bills because of this cold winter. This is meaningful to people. 4 out of 5 people, workers in America, live paycheck to paycheck. This means something. Forget what Nancy Pelosi says about chump change. This means something to people. There's no risk in going out there and telling people that this is going to come.
Mick Mulvaney told us yesterday that 90% of workers will see an increase in their paycheck in February when the tax rates are adjusted.
As 90%. I said, what's the risk?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I guess this. I'm not going to play devil's advocate here, but
that's okay. I was a lawyer. I like this.
Are you a recovering lawyer?
I'm a recovering lawyer. Yes.
But some people are going to say it is peanuts. If it's just 10, 15, 20 bucks every 2 weeks or every month, they will say that's peanuts. They'll say that.
But, look, $100 a month to somebody whose gross income is $50,000 a year. That's not peanuts. And I think the people that are saying that are just showing their coastal cultural elitism. This Nancy Pelosi's never going to need an extra $100. I mean, this woman is very, very wealthy. So I think look, when I made very little money for very many years as I was trying to get through school and had a family. $100 a month meant a lot back then. I bet it still means a lot to the people in this position now. These tax cuts are not just for the rich. These aren't just for the rich.
Do you miss politics?
Well, no, but I get to play a politician on TV.
Did you stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night?
That's right. That's right.